Okay, this video's not going to be a happy video. This video's not going to be even a funny video. You've seen the title of said video. I'm going to be talking about her. I am. Now, if you don't know, there's a TikTok influencer who I don't know. I just saw her on my For You page this morning. I've never heard of her before, but her name is Brittany Miller. And she's in a lot of heat right now. If you don't know what's going on, years ago, this woman called Brittany Miller announced that she had cancer, right? When she didn't have cancer. No one knew she had cancer until years later, right? She sets up a GoFundMe, allegedly. Apparently someone else did it. She sets up a GoFundMe page for years. Doesn't speak out about said GoFundMe for years. But she makes a lot of money through that GoFundMe. She has since made a apology video, which will be in this video. We're going to be watching it together, and I'm going to start, and then we can talk about said video. Okay? Okay. With that being said, let's get into this video.
So I never wanted to talk about this time in my life because it was a very difficult time for me. But I owe it to my followers and people that support me to tell you my truth. I also want to put a stop to the people that are twisting and exaggerating what actually happened. So I'm just going to go from the beginning. So back in 2017, I had extremely bad mental health. And at the time I didn't realise how bad. But it was bad. I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was lost, I was confused. I lost my partner, I lost my job, and there was lots of things in that year that led me to be mentally ill. I said something to someone within my immediate circle in confidence.
Wow, okay, what an opener. I hate nitpicking, but I'm going to. Fucking keeps on looking at a script. You can see her like glancing at a script as she's speaking. I've noticed a lot of people commenting that throughout the whole video, she's trying to cry, but there are no tears. Like, she's not actually crying. So, like, I have no idea. Now look, I don't care that she's reading from a script, you know, because stories and stuff like this, sometimes they are hard when you're emotional, right? You want to get every single detail in there. So glancing at a script is not always a bad thing, okay? But I understand why it can be perceived as a bad thing. Right, so you were mentally ill because you lost your boyfriend, but you had a breakup and then you lost your job. Yes, I understand, that is very upsetting. That is very upsetting. But from someone who goes through mental health issues himself, and I can guarantee you people who are watching said video of mine is also going through mental health, has never, ever, 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 in my experience, has ever gone, so yeah, I have cancer. May I have cancer, when they didn't. Just throwing that out there. I have never met anyone, never done that myself. I never would do that myself. Just throwing that out there, mate.
One stupid sentence that I deeply regret. I said I had an illness, which was cancer. I didn't do this for malicious intent or to scam people. I did this out of desperation. I did it to keep the people close to me, to keep the people in my life close to me. I don't condone it. I understand why I did it. And I've learned from my mistakes. This was not a long-running scam or a manipulative story like it's been made out to be. The people that...
Again, I've never met anyone who, I've just been dumped, I've lost my boyfriend, I've lost my partner, I've just lost my job, I'm feeling really low now, I am going to pretend to have an illness. Just saying. But I do understand, I'm not condoning, but I do understand why you would have done it. Because, as you said, like, you wanted to feel loved, you wanted to feel needed. Because, and, you know, saying, oh, I have cancer, by the way, you know, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Because, let's be honest, someone that you know personally goes to you and says, oh, hey, I have cancer, it's pretty bad. People are going to go to you, and that's going to spread like wildfire. That's going to go around your neighbourhood or your friendship circle, and they're all going to message you, oh, you're alright, hon? You're doing alright? Oh, is there anything I can do to help? Stuff like that. But I understand why she did it. Is it stupid? Yes. Very, very dumb. Because why would you? You could have said literally anything else. You could have literally did anything else. You could have reached out to him. Right? You could have reached out to him in a normal manner. You could have just said, hey, I'm really struggling mentally at the moment. Please, can we have a little chat? But instead, you just did the full 360 and went, I'm going to lie about having cancer. Like, that's not something you do. No.
Then told a couple of others. And there was a fundraising page made on behalf of me, which I knew about. And as soon as I saw there was 2 donations, I had the page immediately shut down and I didn't take a penny from it. I've grown from this. I am working on being the best version of myself. It took me a long time to understand why I did it. And I forgive myself because I was mentally ill. And I am so deeply sorry to anyone that I've upset or triggered from saying what I said. I wasn't on social media at the time. This was years before I was even on social media. I didn't do this for likes or followers.
Again, I don't know how true that part is, the fundraising page is. I don't know how true that is at all. That's all up to speculation. And okay, you didn't do it for social media likes, you didn't do it for social media clicks or anything like that. You did it for the pure desperation to be felt wanted, felt needed. But you could have done that again in any different way. Why did you have to go to the bottom of the barrel and go, oh, cancer? I've got cancer. Acknowledge me. Notice me. Sure, you'll feel like you were screaming for help. I understand that. But again, you could have literally said anything else. You literally could have said anything else. To be honest, right, a lot of the time, if you was to say to him, hey, I am feeling suicidal right now, I can guarantee you a lot of people would go up to you and help you and come talk to you and console you. You didn't have to go, I've got cancer, and then let it go on for a long period of time. Now again, I don't know if you took a penny from these donations, I don't know. But the fact is that you knew about it. You said you knew about it, and you waited until there was donations, and then you maybe guilt happened, and you thought, oh no, I can't do this now. I can't take money from that account. I can't take it. I feel guilty now because you're so into this lie that you feel guilty.
So for that, I am so sorry. I admitted what I did. And I said sorry to the people that I hurt. After it all happened, a year later, I moved away from my hometown because I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be mentally well again.
Okay, so you leave your hometown to work on yourself. Is it purely to want to work on yourself, or the fact that you lied about having cancer so that everyone in your hometown that knew you lied and you couldn't face looking at them, so you ran away to somewhere else to work on yourself, or to hide from the fact that people knew that you lied? I'm going to sound like a broken record having to reiterate this again and again and again and again, but how many times, just because you're mentally ill, which I believe you are still mentally ill, right, doesn't mean your first thought should go, I have cancer. Because that's always going to throw you under the bus. That's always going to lead you into the wrong direction. Because people will only believe you for a small amount of time. Either A, you would have died due to said cancer. Sorry to say that, but it would have been the truth. Or B, the fact that you weren't doing any form of chemo. But go off, I guess. You're mentally ill and upset. So you had to lie. And you're saying in your video, oh, I forgive myself. That's cool, you forgive yourself. But a lot of people aren't going to forgive you for this. Honestly, no one will. If people do, God to them, they are gullible as fuck.
I was able to work for charities, and me and Ash fundraised together for a short period of time. I wasn't good at it at all. But Ash helped me so much. Him and his family helped me so much, and I'll forever be grateful. He was my light at the end of the tunnel. He helped me be well again.
Now we're getting into the part of the video where she will talk about her current boyfriend, for the love of her life, the one that has helped her. Lovely, so everyone can go, oh, she really is getting help. Oh, it's so sweet. Again, I'm not buying it. Cool, wow, you've got a new boyfriend. Wow. He's helped you mentally. Wow, that's good. Good for him. Good on him. That's a good guy. But none of that is relevant. None of it's relevant to the story. You having a new boyfriend in Ash is not relevant. I'm sorry to you, Ash, if you're seeing this, but you ain't relevant in this story. Not to be disrespectful.
For being in that dark place to now. And I'm here because I want to be an advocate for mental health. I want to help people because I know what it's like to be in a dark place. And I want to help people. And I also just want to say a massive thank you to all the people out there that support me and still follow me. When you didn't know my truth, you still believed in me.
Okay, once again, I need to reiterate, yes, you are in a dark place. You were in a dark place. Okay, a lot of us are. But again, we do not lie. We don't lie. The only thing that we lie about, mate, is if we are okay. Are we okay? Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. When we're not. That's the only time a lot of us lie. You, however, lie about having cancer. You lie about it for sympathy. Like you're doing this video to get sympathy. I shouldn't really be making a video on this because it's getting you talked about. Which is evidently what you want. You want people to talk about you. Because the more views, the more clicks, the more times someone says your fucking name, you're going to feel good about yourself. You can be sorry all you want. I don't care. I don't know who you are. Honestly. I am a forgiving person. At the end of the day, I am very much a forgiving person. But I smell bullshit. I'm going with my gut and I smell bullshit on this whole video. I also agree, like a lot of people have said, like, oh, there's no tears. She's doing the fake crying but not crying thing. And, look closely at her face. I don't know, people have said, oh, she's got a beauty filter on. Still, there's no tears. There's no tears. She's like crying like fake. She's crying but not crying. Like a crying a toddler does when they get told no. Right? A toddler will cry for real for like 2 minutes, right? And then they will go in and try again. And as soon as they get told no again, they will then do the fake cry. And obviously, as parents, you know which one is the real cry and which one's the fake cry. Right? This is what's happening here. You're doing a fake cry like a toddler. I feel no sympathy for you at all. Regardless, I do hope you get better mentally. I don't wish that on anyone, right? I do hope you get better mentally. I would then recommend staying off social media for a long while. A very long while. Stay off social media. Because social media won't help you mentally at all.
And I'm so grateful for you all. And I really love you so much. So thank you.
What she meant to say there is, thank you for everyone that is supporting me. You are all gullible. You're all gullible to not realise that this is a fake video and already pre-recorded and a pre-recorded script that I can look at and pause, take my time and fake cry the whole way through it. Thank you for being gullible and supporting me. I care about you so much that I'm probably going to take advantage of you later down the road for views. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is literally all I'm getting from that. That is all I'm getting from that. Nothing in this video is genuine. Other than the fact that probably the mental health part. The only genuine thing about this video is probably the fact that you have mental health issues. That is it. That is it. Again, I hope you get better. But my final words. Just because you have mental health issues and you wanted to yourself does not mean you are able to lie about having cancer at all. I don't care how old you were, I don't care if you were 18, 13, 11, 15. I don't even care if it was last year and you were 21. I don't care what age you were. You were old enough to know better. However old you were when you lied about having cancer, guarantee you were old enough to know better. And the fact that the only reason why you're talking about it now is because was the Daily Mail made an article about you, and then that went viral, and then you went, shit, I'm in deep water here, I'm gonna talk about it. Look, I'm not trying to be hateful at all in this video. I'm just speaking from my gut and what I see and what I believe is to be true. I'm not trying to be hateful to you. In fact, I think I said a lot of nice things to you in this video. But this apology video, I've seen a lot of apology videos in my time online. Most of them are all the same. You know, they do the short breath at the beginning, the okay, well, I can't believe I'm doing this. I didn't want to talk about this, but here we go. And then pretend to turn the camera back off and back on again. Stuff like that. This isn't going to help your reputation, or should I say maintain your reputation. This isn't going to help your mental health. In fact, I think it might worsen your mental health talking about it. I'm just being honest with that. I also think that this isn't going to do well for you at all, in any shape or form, which is why I said I feel like you should stay off social media for a little while until you are absolutely ready and you feel mentally okay enough to be back on social media. Like, I'm not saying you go quit your job. I'm not saying go quit your job. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying, like, being in social media is not going to help you mentally up here. It's just not. It's just not. Especially with all this backlash you are receiving at the moment. It's not going to help you. Nothing's going to be positive. In fact, you're going to need to go out and go talk to someone, therapist, anyone. Go to the doctors, see if you can get prescribed medication. If you're not on medication already, you just need to do other things then instead of, I'm going to stay on social media because after this you made another video, a more happier video, which I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying, like, you can't really do a apology video and then the next video is like as if nothing's ever happened. Like, you need help, and you know that, and I think the people around you know that. I think a lot of your fans would like it if you did seek professional help. That's my opinion. Okay, that's the end of my TED Talk. Jesus Christ, this video's gone on for a while. Yeah. Like, this is crazy. But I will say this. If you out there watching this video, it's going through mental health, reach out. In fact, I will leave numbers that you can phone in, like, the description below. So yeah, you can go out and reach out and talk to someone. Please do. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you're new, because I make videos every single week. If you also want to follow me on social media, follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I make content there too. Also, check out my last video, because that one's actually quite funny. Compared to this video, that one's funny. So click on that one and have a nice laugh. And with that being said, this video's gone on way too long. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.